If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Look, I do care, but I don't care. My phone is always on me, but I'm not there. Notified, but it always coincides with something that overrides. On the grind over time, nobody gets no reply. That's bona fide, no disrespect. Screens always lighting up like a cigarette. I save my writing for the symphonette. Here's the thing.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah, well,
You're not my problem.
look,
But you got issues.
hey,
Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Why do you think this is? What you say doesn't match up with how you're leaving me on red and how you never pick up the number of the telegrams on your phone. So you gotta be high Candy Crush score. Boy, you're wasting your time. But let me tell you that it wasn't my fault. You're not my problem. Boy, you got issues. Don't call me.
You said I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care? And you say I should've texted.
don't hold out for a text that you'll never get. Are you bitter yet, or is it jealousy? Fundamentally, there's nothing you could thread to top my lethargy. A message in a bottle, in that bottle, in an ocean. In that ocean is no metaphor for my devotion, but I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy.
And you say I should've texted you more often. If I would've wanted you to care, but can't you see that I have been busy trying to pretend that I don't care?
Phone is always on me.
Hey, what's up, people? What's up? Just telling everybody that I am live. Give me a second here. Had to take care of the doggy. Then I got to take care of my cats before I stream. And now I am here. So Daniel Larson just streamed about an hour ago. And of course, we'll get into it. I haven't watched it. It's always a surprise for me, so please beware. I gotta tell everybody that please caution, beware, trigger warning, all that good stuff, because it's typically darker content with Daniel Larson and Lord Frodo. Lord Frodo says, what did he say again? Something about making a new Jamaican flavor and calling it jerk off. You know, like how we have Jamaican jerk stuff. Anyways, I should invite Lord Frodo on the stream. Maybe I will do that. He probably is gonna try and get upset, and try and flash me his little stubby willy. So maybe we'll have that sort of like, I don't know, chaos over here. It's called Filtrum Uncensored for a reason, people. Whatever happened to the Foodie stream? Foodie was streaming while my files were uploading to StreamYards, because StreamYards doing this thing now where the videos that are saved for like 30 days, they're saved locally rather than on their servers, because they're trying to take the load off their servers. So I had to upload 4 videos, 4 streams I did, and it took some time. So because of that, I know Foodie was, excuse me, or is streaming, but I just don't have the time because there's so much that I need to listen to. If you like, whenever I'm working, I am listening, and it does take like, okay, so she's still live. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, she did a 5 hours ago. I gotta do the weigh in. I gotta do the kitchen restock, and then maybe some of her stream. So I'm gonna do that later, Edna. So let's finish off Dragon Lord Frodo. Let's do Daniel Larson, and then we'll do Foodie Beauty. I'll schedule it later today in between my breaks because I gotta do some horsework. Did I say horsework? I meant housework. Marie, Random Fish. We also have Edna. Welcome, everybody. Smash that like button. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not going to say anything, welcome. I still appreciate you. So let's get into this. We're going to start with Daniel Larson's Happy Sunday stream. For some reason, he's streaming now. I don't know how to feel about this because it's like he's dead for weeks, not streaming, not doing anything. And then now all of a sudden we have repeated daily streams. Like, what the hell's going on? Hey, but I'm not complaining. Let me put this to live chat, then let me F11, and then we're gonna get into it. You did say horsework. I did. Sometimes I misspeak. It happens. It happens. All right. All right, so let's see what the Larsonian, Mr. President, has been up to and what he has in store for us. Let's go. Maybe he just won't speak for a while. He does that sometimes. Horsework would have been fantastic. Maybe it would have. We'll have to see. All right, so it's a no speaking stream. Cool. So let me give you a heads up on what's been happening with him. Last time we left off, he was asking somebody to pay for his meal. You're watching me instead of doing my horsework.
Good morning, everyone.
You're funny, Miss Connie.
I was just at Target doing a fan meetup.
At least the skies are pretty, indeed. So he was at Target doing fan meetups. I guess he needs the money.
If I can make $50 today, then I will be at my record per day. And I would need $30 more in savings, and I would start the week with more money than I started the week last week. So I would need to basically make 100 today.
I think Random Fish, you're on the right track. People do buy him stuff. I'm sure there's somebody who will buy maybe some socks, maybe give him a couple bucks, maybe buy him a shirt, maybe some underwear. It does happen. People do buy him things. Who wants to meet him? Well, you know how Boulder is a like a college type of town, or should I rather say city? A lot of college folks have a different mentality when it comes to Daniel Larson. Even though he's infamous and he's done a lot of vile things, they'll still want to meet up with him. Especially people from CU.
I was last week.
So I do think if I was in his shoes, and I don't think I would be, but if I was in his shoes, I would do meetups as well, because there it's easy money. Plus, people buy him a free meal or a couple dollars towards his meal. Like he's sometimes made like $200 in an hour or two for these meetups. Yeah, people do mess with him a lot. Like the pouring of water on him repeatedly. I wouldn't cross that line because one, I don't want to get arrested for pouring water on somebody because that is assault. And two, I'm not with doing that to somebody, because I still do feel that I should do unto people what I would be okay with them doing to me. So, hey, Blue Eyes, welcome back. He could snap, he could, and he has snapped. But then he gets into these tirades telling people to, the K word with the I and the double L. Has he ever just been jumped at a meetup? He has. He's been attacked at several meetups with water, with somebody chasing him. People throw things at him. It's kind of bad. And at times I do feel bad, but then I got to remember this is Daniel Larson. So both there's many sides that could be wrong. He can be wrong with the vile things he does, and other people could be wrong with their treatment and behavior towards him. It's a nasty cycle. Tater Tots, what's up? So this whole Lolcall Live thing might actually be a good thing for him. Because if you didn't know how Lolcall Live works, Keemstar started Lolcall Live. Keemstar is now actually being paid because Lolcall Live is making good money. After only a couple months, it's actually amazing. So Boogie and Wings of Redemption, they make like 2K each a month, which is pretty decent for being on a show maybe 2 or 3 times a week. That's actually pretty good. 2K, but they're probably going to start making more if they're not already making more money, because the donations are like hundreds of dollars each live stream. But yeah, Keemstar is a thing. I remember when Keemstar rebranded or relaunched like a new series back last year in January, and he had Salvo Pancakes on there. And we all know what happened to Salvo Pancakes, right? When Salvo used to go to Buffalo, New York. Speaking of which, did you guys know that Keemstar is from Buffalo, New York? So Salvo Pancakes, of course, got outed for the whole P thing with what's it, Homeboy? What's that other guy that used to hook up? Well, I actually do mean that in a double entendre type of way. They would hook up as in collab, but also hook up. What's it, Homeboy? Crap. Now I'm missing names. Let me just put up Homeboy and Salvo Pancakes and it'll come up. Okay, it's not coming up for some reason. Somebody please tell me, who was that guy? He's called Homeboy something. But Keemstar, that show didn't go well, so Keemstar did Lolcall Live, and it's actually a hit. In a matter of time, Lolcall Live is probably going to have 5,000-10,000 viewers at a time. These days, it's getting like 2,000 or 3,000 people, which is amazing. Homeboy Edwin, that's it. Edwin's generation, aka Homeboy Edwin, was the person who was collaborating with Salvo Pancakes. Yeah, Keemstar is a thing. Still a thing. He's survived, is all I can say. I don't know why he stopped Drama alert. I mean, probably a likely reason. A lot of people are trying to come on the show, like Only Use Me Blade, Shoe Nice. They're wanting Daniel Larson on there. World of T-shirts. Lots of people are trying to get in on the hype. That's very true. Hopefully the drama community forgets about Tipster. Fighty versus drama, for sure. What is he doing? He's just walking and not talking. I know, probably something's on his mind. But he's doing a lot of bit of
this
nothing.
morning, I am on my way to run a couple errands. And then I'm going to probably get lunch. And
yeah, Tipster is still around, but not so much anymore.
probably
He's being
market
canceled.
my music some more and do a fan meetup. And that's probably for tomorrow. Will probably be, depending on how much I have in cash at the end of the day. I'll either have to walk from Longmont to Boulder for probation on Tuesday, or I will take the bus on Tuesday and do some more marketing on Monday.
Does he have any belongings? He does. He's walking around, I think, with a green or blue bag, and I think his sleeping bag's in there. Is Tipster still around? Yeah. Whatever happened to Tipster? Tipster literally turned himself into a lol cow with the whole who's that transgendered individual from London, Ontario again? Keffels. He sided with Keffels on a lot of things where most people didn't side with Keffels. Then he sided with Vosh over the horse cock thing, the horse cock like anime stuff. Jesus, do I really want to get into this horse cock stuff? But a lot of people were calling Vosh out, okay? But Tipster was trying to defend Vosh. I'm like, what an idiot. So then a lot of people made videos about him with that. Plus the whole Lollygate stuff with Tipster happened like 2 or 3 times. And then what else was there? There was the e-whores. Because if you don't know, Tiny Dancer was a e-whore of Tipster. Now don't come for me, okay? I did not make up the name e-whore. That's what his community or his anti-community uses for the ladies that he gets his prawn off of. Like he buys their content and whatever, and he has them around even though that they're married. The random fish, I'm not explaining horsecock, okay? If you want, just Google horsecock and Vosh and you're gonna figure it out. Because that happened like 2 months ago, wasn't it? With the whole Vosh situation. He exposed his screen, and there wasn't there like a tab, and it was I forgot what it was. It was imagery, right? And then he was talking about, oh, that's just X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not talking about it. I am not. You guys Google it. So Vosh was in heat over that. A lot of people commented on it, even the biggest YouTubers. H3 commented on it. I think Abba and Preach even did so as well. tons of commenters was all over the Vosh thing. If you don't know who Vosh is generally seen as a political YouTuber. I would say he's still a part of BreadTube, wouldn't you say so as well? Like BreadTube community, but pretty much Vosh propelled himself into his own stardom by way of who's the number one political commentator on YouTube still. Now he's having issues with his wife and whatnot because his wife was leaving him for like this young guy with like no finances. Destiny. So Vosh came out of Destiny's community and made a name for himself. But the latest, what's Jesus? Really, Edna? What's BreadTube? Yeah, Hassan Abbey, the whole Destiny type of like political commentary that happens on YouTube and other places. But yeah, he came from Destiny predominantly. Destiny is actually still doing pretty good. The baking, no BreadTube, Beatus Beauty. So if you don't know what is, BreadTube or LeftTube is a loose and informal group of online content creators who create video content, including video essays and live streams. So typically, I would say that Vosh, Destiny, and many other people are BreadTubers. We'll say Hassan Abi, aka Hassan Piker, as well. Anita Sarkeesian is also a BreadTuber. ContraPoints is a BreadTuber. Sup, Luke? How you doing? I know, Beatus. I end up in all sorts of situations, don't I? Not only do I get penis pumps thrown at me, but I gotta talk about horse cock and Vosh. Just Google it. It's a thing. That's Vosh's latest controversy. Mr. Larson is doing a little bit of walking, Luke, not a lot of talking. Yeah, it's all good, Beatus Beauty. Yeah, you're very welcome, Edna. Yeah, it seems like he's doing some walks. He could actually make this a thing, like doing these walks, improve his health, plus make some money. Are Shiny and Rev still in Colorado? Didn't Shiny. Wait a second. Am I missing something? Where the hell is Shiny and Rev living these days? Didn't they leave Colorado like a long time ago and went to Pennsylvania and was living? I remember they were living in Rev's house, which was actually no, they were living in G-Man's house, which is actually Rev's house, but Rev gave it to G-Man for $1. Yeah, they haven't been in Colorado for a while unless they move back. Does anybody know where Rev and Shiny and Rev are right now? Because I haven't actually, honestly, I haven't been able to keep up with them. Yeah, they're still alive. You know who covers them? Carrie covers Shiny and Rev. Like I try to, but it's kind of not my thing. But I do check in here and there. Okay, they live in their uncle's house now, so they're still in Pennsylvania then. Thank you, Soren. Who's Carrie? Carrie is a reaction channel like myself. Typically, Carrie does a lot of shiny and rev content.
That's interesting.
What about Latiti? I think she's still locked up because Owl hasn't done anything on her, nor has who's the other guy that does Latiti content? I forgot what. Not to be offensive, but Adonis
Smell
Paul.
like
Adonis Paul
heroin
hasn't
down
done
there.
anything. It does what? Adonis Paul hasn't done Latiti content in a while. So which makes me think she's probably locked up or she's just not online. What did he say it smells like?
Smell like heroin down there. Smell like drugs. What was it? Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was hearing something like that. Thank you, Nolabu. You're so informative. I so appreciate you, Nolabu. Did I ever tell you that? If I did, I'm gonna keep telling you, Nolabu. I really do appreciate you. You're an awesome person. So you're saying Letiti did her time and is now in a mental facility. You know what? That's actually a good thing because she needed that. She does need to have and be in a mental facility because she was out of pocket. You don't be shitting on people's floors like that. You don't be taking shits where you're not supposed to be shitting. What's people's fascination with like defecation? Like Letiti had like this morbid fascination with it. Oh, thank you, Nola. I appreciate you as well. Axella, I will. I'll Axella. Yeah, random. You're like so way behind right now. All these things I keep talking about. You're like, what? Yes, Letiti used to have this crazy fascination with shit. And she would do videos and streams where she would be shitting and she'd like love you to hear her shitting sounds. Like I said, he should make this daily wonking a thing for him if he wants to. It's up to him. Or maybe he's famous. I did not get scrappers sent to me, Beatus Beauty. Um, people, I think people there maybe were maybe one or two people that knew my previous address. But I've learned on the internet, man, you got to be so careful. Even though in Canada, a lot of things are private. Like you can't just search somebody's details or history like that online like you can in the States. Because a lot of the stuff, like when I lived in the States, all of that stuff about me is online. Where I used to live in Florida, like where I used to live in New York. And I lived in some awesome places in Florida. I loved living in Pembroke Pines. I loved living in Miramar. Stuff that I did, a lot of stuff, like your online footprint. But no, I did not get scrappers sent to my home, and even if I did, I can handle my business. Is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, Tiffany Taboo was talking a lot of bullshit. Like, do not believe her. She's in with literal PDF files. Not only did she marry one, she befriends them as well. Multiple. Sup, crazy horse? What's going on?
Yeah.
That Nolabu says, "Oh, Titty is court ordered to stay off the internet. Is public record. All the bullshit she has caused. She has caused a lot of bullshit."
I hate how
Is this you, DLF? Because you know what? I don't know. Is this DLF? Because what happened was I kind of shit talked DLF a few minutes ago. He was talking about jerk off stuff. I was like, okay, then you can come on panel, Dragon Lord Frodo. Is this you, DLF? What you mean? What it do?
dust gets inside my phone everywhere,
Most likely.
and then it's hard to clean. Gets inside the phone speakers and
You're British? Oh, okay. I don't know. The manner of typing was very DLF-y, but it's all good, Crazy Horse. You're welcome here. You know, we're just taking the piss over here.
I have a friend that I guess works at Cane's. They offered me a free meal every time I go there.
Canes, your friends offering you free meals. That better be a manager. And I guess he means Raising Canes, right? Because we don't have that over here. I've actually never been to Raising Canes. Seems like it's a good restaurant, though. Or should I even call it I guess it's like a fast food restaurant. Get the bread? Okay, will do. I need a good location. They sort of differ. Is it kind of like you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say something, but forget about it. There's certain restaurants I avoid in certain areas. Just saying. Nothing more left to be said. That's true. DLF does say what up, kiddos, what up, kiddies.
Man, the airplanes are going crazy today. So right now I'm on my way to downtown Longmont.
Your Bruins ripping up you guys. Hey, Boston Bruins ain't a bad team. Oh crap, we actually made it to the playoffs? Really? But Boston has a 3-1 lead. You know that's weird to overcome, right? So yeah, Boston's probably gonna take it from the Leafs. I mean, I've given up hope on like all our teams, to be honest with you. All the Toronto teams, except for like Toronto Rock and Toronto Football Club, aka Toronto FC. Yeah, 3-1 is just crazy. It's a done deal. Like I don't mind the Leafs. In fact, I got a new gaming chair because I need one. But I didn't get Toronto. I wanted to, but I got Vancouver. Oh, you like Raising Cane's? Cool, Nolabu. No, it's hockey. Boston Bruins versus Toronto Maple Leafs. Bruins are second in the Atlantic Division. They're leading 3-1. Yeah, hockey. Other than NASCAR, really, Luke? Okay. Yeah. I like NASCAR. Formula One is pretty good.
So you have
Yeah, in terms of ice hockey, like Canada is like number one in terms of hockey, I would say. Like the men's team, sometimes we get the gold, sometimes we get silver, sometimes even bronze. But like the women's ice hockey team is on another fucking level. It's like it's all superhumans on that team compared to the rest of the world. Like Canadian females take hockey super seriously. Have you ever seen a Canadian female hockey team how they dominate? It's like they're always getting gold. It's like it's not even a question whether or not Canada is going to get gold.
have to have an appointment to get your ID, your state ID. You have to have an appointment. So I'll probably get it on either Wednesday or Thursday. I'm gonna look at the soonest appointment possible, and I should be able to get it then.
Really? No, yeah, of course. Women, there's female version of all the sports: football, hockey, basketball. Yeah, like there's not a lot of interest in the WNBA. Did he lose his ID? He did. He lost his state ID, and on the daily he gives us all sorts of statements and stuff that he's gonna get his ID, that he needs money for his state ID, etc., etc., etc. He lost it, I think, like about a week ago. Well, yeah, that's been one of his things he needs to do. Get his ID. Then he's got to have his housing sorted.
So I am on my way to downtown Longmont, and I'm kind of just marketing all day. If I can find somewhere where I can market, I can usually get my sales up on average about $100 a day. I just have to find somewhere where I can market.
You heard the man. Yeah, what is he marketing? Derek's like, marketing what? Aren't you homeless? Rocket Dude's like, how come you look older than what you are?
Yeah, business is, I guess, doing financial short squeezes where it's like I'm barely making profit. And if I make profit, it's like $1. But yeah.
Nolabu, you're right. His ID did get held because he couldn't pay for a meal. That was about a week and a half ago. And then a day or two or three later, he lost his ID. So yes, he did give up his ID. That one time he went to a restaurant and couldn't pay for it. He went back like the next day to get his ID, and the next day somebody recognized him and gave him a little bit of cash and paid for the meal. But after that, he lost his ID.
That's pretty much what has been happening.
You wonder if he brushes his teeth? I don't think he does, Marie. He did have all day. The funny thing is he does have all day and he does have the money, but he'd rather eat at decent to fancy restaurants than prioritize getting his ID, because he does need it if he needs or wants to stay in motels/hotels, right? You got to have some sort of identification, unless it's one of those sketchy motels where you just pay some cash and you can stay there for a night or two or three. But yeah, pretty much he'll eat out for $100 to $150 a day, not get his ID, and then keep repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
This town, you can find so many beer cans. Too bad it's not the weekdays. You could probably recycle those and get at least $5-10 a day. Crap. That's a lot of money if you think about it.
Yeah, you probably are right, and you're right. You need proof of address, birth certificate, etc. But he's homeless. Yeah, he should have hung on to that ID really, really hard, because yeah, you're right. For homeless people, it is pretty. You have a lot of hurdles when you lose things, especially when you don't have a permanent fixed address. So I wonder how he got his ID the last time. Is it through Bob? Is it through somebody else? Is Bob gonna help him out? Is he gonna maybe get in touch with one of his previous workers to help him out?
$10 a day.
Thank you, Crazy Horse. Appreciate you. So we got a few more minutes of him walking around. Hey Dot, how you doing? I believe they can random, because I think that's what he was doing before. He was using the address off like temporary housing to get his ID sent there, and then he would pick it up. It's interesting how he's in Longmont for the last few days.
Ow! My flipping hand. Crap.
Oh, thank you, Martin. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
What the heck happened to that Taco Bell? Okay, no, they're open. One vehicle. One vehicle. That is ridiculous. Literally one employee.
Well, Luke, my main channel is all about the Brits. I still can't believe the drama that's been happening with the Brits.
I hate businesses where they're supposed to have multiple people working and they can only find one person.
Facts, Luke. I still can't believe Pearl did what she did yesterday. I'm shocked and surprised. But I still wonder what's going to happen in the long run. The irony of Daniel Larson complaining about businesses having one worker there while he does nothing. Sometimes I wonder, what the hell does he actually do all day? And that is it. Randomly shuts off. All right, people, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in some Dragon Lord Frodo. We might start seeing DLF in the chat. Maybe, I don't know, whenever he wants to, because he's kind of been messaging me about stuff. Plus, he has his own Proton Mail account that he'll email me from. And you know why people use Proton Mail, right? You know what? Let me not even get into that. I won't get into that. We won't get into the whole Proton Mail discussion.
Hey,
but he loves his Proton Mail is all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, so let's get into some. We're gonna finish up the DLF stream that I did promise to finish up. So let's get into that. Privacy. Yeah, Proton Mail has a lot of built-in privacy factors. A lot of people that are up to no good. Now, I'm not saying that everybody that uses Proton Mail is up to no good. I'm just saying a lot of people like it because of its privacy factors. So a lot of people that are into certain Telegram groups that do a lot of things, exchanges and what. Yeah, Proton Mail. Yeah. You knew that? Exactly. Luke says Proton Mail is a privacy-focused mail server. Exactly, Beaker. All right, so let's get into some DLF. If this is your first, second, or third time with DLF, please be aware that he'll say anything and everything. So trigger warning. Please be aware of this. This is a DLF stream, and this is why it's unfiltered and censored. Let's go.
Hey, Ma. Under your logic here, none of those guys I was in jail with were pedophiles then. Well, maybe a couple.
What logic? Wait a second. No, we're not going to talk about PDF. Okay, I guess we are going to talk about PDF stuff. Okay. If you're new here, and some of you are new because I keep getting a few people, DLF has been to jail several times. He's literally a jailhouse OG. Whenever he's in jail, he's in seg, but I think they call it something else than segregation. And whenever he is in jail and he's in seg, he chooses to house himself among the PDF files. Yes, like literally PDF files, guys who have been convicted of crimes against children. And what he'll do is he'll defend them and he'll write to them, email them, mail them, and talk to them over the phone. In fact, there's been several times where they've, snail mailed him and he's talked about it or read their mail on his live streams. Did he move? He did not move. The place has been renovated, different camera angle for his camera that he has, and he's taken the pictures off his wall. But it's the same place. I don't think he's ever going to move. And if he does move, he's an idiot because he lives in a nice neighborhood. The place is newly renovated and it's paid for. Why would you move?
And then he wonders why I used to call him pedophile. Because that's what a pedophile is. It's not. My mom got it wrong. It's not about the. It's not about. He doesn't have to. Hey, Mom. Under your logic here, none of those guys I was in jail with were pedophiles.
They were
Oh, maybe a
pedophiles.
couple.
They were all
But the
pedophiles.
majority of those guys I was in jail with, under your logic, Ma, they're not pedophiles. They never did anything to a kid. They just got caught with cheese pizza. By your definition,
That is doing something to a kid. You got pictures and videos of cheese pizza, which is CP, by the way. It's code for CP. It comes from the whole Pizzagate thing, if you're new here.
You actually have to do something to a child directly in order to be a pedophile. That's why Dad's not a pedophile, right? He never touched any little kids. He can't be a pedophile. Then under your logic, Ma, a lot of those guys that were in for cheese pizza aren't pedophiles either. They're just perverts, right?
What is he eating? Good question. He does know Labu. You're right. He does. He's my ops Nolabu.
So
It's not the can of butter. I think he's still doing the can of butter, random fish. Yeah, it looks like some sort of like dip with bread. I mean, he's enjoying himself. And there's Willie, his cat. I'm glad Willie's okay.
And so my mom said, right? My mom said it must be true. My rich uncle says it must be true.
Did Daniel do anything in that stream? He did not. All he did was walk.
But my fucking drunk uncle's a fucking drug addict.
And that's all he did. He talked about getting his state ID and a few other things.
But at least he's never molested little boys like my rich uncle has.
Which little boy did your rich uncle molest? Are we having a day here? This is like my second stream speaking about PDF files. And I didn't even want to speak about PDF files. If you're new here, he's lying. His rich uncle does not molest little boys.
You know, now I think about it. I'm thinking about this now. There were a couple times when I was hanging out with my rich uncle's house where there would be little kids just sitting on his porch. We'd be in the living room and we'd hear like voices outside and my rich uncle would just go out there and there would be like little girls on his porch.
Seriously, Mummer Scrunch, you're really gonna allow Dragon Lord Frodo to disrespect your brother like this and make shit up about little girls on his front porch? Really? Where's Mama Scrunch when you need her?
And then he would say, you know, get off my porch. And it would keep happening too. It happened like maybe 5 times when I was there. And I'm wondering, why are these little girls on my rich uncle's porch? Like, why are they keep going to the rich uncle's house?
Where does Rich Uncle even live? He probably lives in a pretty nice area.
Wonder.
Honestly, there can be any type of legitimate explanation. Does he live in a house or does he live in a condo? If he lives in a condo and there's like an open front or back area, of course there's going to be other residents, his kids, at the front or back. So that's my first question. If it's a house, is it at like a very popular corner? Is it across the street from a restaurant? Like, where is this house if it is a house? Like, I need some more context. Is he a PDO? No, but I can't totally say I can't totally say yes or no because there is evidence that he could be, but from what I've seen, it would be a no unless you describe mistakenly looking at cheese pizza as proof that he is, which he has admitted. He's mistakenly looked at cheese pizza before because he downloaded this movie that was titled Gold Member back in the day, and he watched it several times and he couldn't figure out what he was watching, but it was actually CP. He did tell the cops this. Oh, I forgot that he got investigated by the FBI for missing and endangered children, right? So that's a whole other thing. But he said that Dick Griffin only did that to him because Dick Griffin didn't like him. But isn't that kind of weird that he got investigated by the FBI for that?
Makes you wonder, like, if my rich uncle is involved in something.
And then the whole hard drive that had like the lock on it, like a keypad lock, like where you had to key in numbers for it to unlock. Who the hell gets a hard drive like that? It's so weird.
He doesn't want anybody knowing about.
Oh, the whole cat thing. I guess I gotta keep explaining that. He said that he had sex with his cat and then killed his cat, unalived his cat. But I do believe he was lying because he was angry and he did not do that to his cat. Well, those things that he said because he does have mental issues. So we got to factor that in when DLF gets worked up. I really don't think he did that to his gray cat. Yeah, he was definitely lying about sleeping with his cat and then offing his cat afterwards. That was a lie. But people are just going to believe what he said. That's what he said. He said that, Dot. He did say that. But I believe he was just lying because he's a liar.
For example, like, how do I know that he's not paying the little girls around the neighborhood to give him a Hans blowy, and these are the girls looking for some money to go buy a whatever the fuck little girls buy. I don't know. I'm talking about like 9-10-year-olds. What the fuck do like 9-10-year-olds buy? Like fucking headbands and shit, like hair bows. I don't know. I don't want to fuck little, because they're probably out of the Barbie doll phase by then. So they're probably looking like,
oh hell no, I would not trust DLF to babysit my cat or any of my family members. Hell no.
they're probably in that stage where they're like, oh yeah, that kid's cute. Maybe I can gussy myself up a little bit. I don't know what like 10-year-old girls like to buy. Like fucking hair clips or something. I don't know. What the fuck they buy? Stupid shit, I guess.
The irony of this all is that he accuses his rich uncle of being a PDF file, while the real, actual convicted PDF files that he has met in jail with paperwork saying they're PDF files, he believes they're not PDF files. They just got caught up in a mistake. The total irony of this all.
They probably just go and buy it. Like they probably go with their little girlfriends and be like, "Hey, let's go get some ice cream or something." I don't know. So, hey, Mark, we heard you have a lot of money. You want a Hans Blowy? He's like, okay, here, sure. Here's $100 for both of you. He's got that money just to, do that. Doesn't have enough money to pay me for a fucking fence, though. Pay me $20 to put up his fucking fence. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Well, Dot, you might be right. Even though he said he did it with Amy, that looks like Peter Pettigrew, you might still be right because we know he is definitely not packing. In fact, you can't even call DLF taking out his willy packing. It's more like unpacking. It's like a little stub. He can't even shake it around. There's no way.
I should go down there. I should, for real, go down to his fucking house and kick down that fucking fence.
You guys remember the days when DLF used to flash me or tried to flash me, but he would telegraph it because he had a hard time whipping his thingy out, so it would always catch him in time? Do you remember the times where he got super weird and he would splice in one frame pictures of ladyboys to try and get my channel deleted? Yes, and he also has one nut. He has one testicle, by the way, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, you guys remember the time he would put in pictures of big tittied ladyboys into his videos and then not say anything, and then he would go to, what was his like mods names again, and ask them to like report my videos. It was so freaking weird.
That he paid me $20 to put up. He paid me $20 to fucking put up a fence.
He did get an STD. He did.
But I'll pay some fucking little hooker a fucking $100 for a Hans Blowy. I don't know. Maybe the parents of these kids are maybe they're like, hey, mama needs a new tattoo.
Exactly, Nola. You would try.
Mama needs some more fucking heroin. So she pimps out her daughters to Mark. Oh. So he pimps. So she pimps her daughters out to Mark, so that they can bring home the bacon. So that mama can get a new tattoo. Mama can get a pack of cigarettes. My dad.
I wonder how much mods are left, because I knew some of his old school mods are gone now. I can't remember their names.
My dad's weird. My dad once said that he was at, I think he said he was at like fucking 7-Eleven or some shit. or whatever fucking store it was. He said he was at 7-Eleven, and there was some woman there paying for like, she was paying for milk, I think it was, food stamps, and then she's like, look at this new tattoo. I'm like, Dad, shut the fuck up. No, really, Dad, shut the fuck up. You don't know what the fuck. You don't know what the fuck her situation is.
Does Mama Scrunch have tattoos? I don't know, Fish. I never asked Mama Scrunch.
How do you know her boyfriend isn't a tattoo guy and just gave her a fucking tattoo for free? That's what fucking a baloney arms wife does. I don't know. She has some guy that she told me once one of her relatives is a tattoo guy, so she could just get free tattoos from him.
Yeah, you guys remember Baloney Arm, Dr. Nintendo, Dick Griffin. Who was the other Dick again? That is the cop. And there's Barf. There's Katy Perry. There's Clint. Lots of names floating around. Hey, Debs.
I don't know. I don't care. But I mean, how do you know that's not what happened? How do you know she didn't give the tattoo to herself? You know, that can happen. Then fucking Scott, did Lisa, Scott's girlfriend, do that at one point? Did she say she gave herself a tattoo? I don't know how safe that is, but
facts random.
Don't judge. You know, you're the last one to be judging. We're all are. We all are. No, but seriously, Dad, don't fucking judge, because you don't know what the hell's going on in her life. Yeah, maybe she's on food stamps, but did you ever think that, maybe she has a relative, or maybe she's dating a guy that does tattoos, and she got the tattoo for free.
What does it look like, a free tattoo? Do I have any tattoos? I do not, Beaker. No tattoos whatsoever. Do you?
Maybe a relative or a friend or something. Maybe she got a tattoo for her birthday. Maybe somebody paid for a tattoo on her birthday. You don't know what the hell's going on in people's lives. My dad's like, remember my dad used to take me home from when I was visiting and shit. He used to take me back to my apartment early in the morning. Every time we'd have to go through the quote unquote black neighborhood to get back to my apartment. And and this would be at 4 in the morning. He'd take me back home, whatever. And he would be like, every time we see a black person on the street, he'd be like, there's a drug dealer.
Is he really saying his dad's that? Why he's trying to paint his dad as a racist for?
It never says it about the white person walking down the street. Kind of weird, huh? The one day he saw this old black woman, and he's like, there's a hooker for you. It's an old black woman on a walker. He's calling a why would you be out here with this type of bullshit? Fuck you. What if that was like a white old woman?
Oh, that's awesome, Random Fish. Memorial tattoo, that's awesome. May your cousin rest in peace.
An old white woman with a walker walking down the street at fucking 4 a.m. Would she be a hooker then? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, by the way, if you don't know, Dragon Lord Frodo is originally from Lovejoy, which he says is a racist place. At first, I didn't believe it, but then I looked it up, and there have been multiple news reports over the past years of like a very racially charged situations and events happening in Lovejoy. So it is a thing that Lovejoy is a very racially divided area. Why is he smoking it like that? He can't handle his juice.
What's up, Willie?
He can't handle his smoke.
Oh man, I'm fucked up. I'm already fucked up.
Oh, nice speaker.
I just drank a cup of edibles and now I'm smoking weed. So we're fucked up. I'm fucked up. We are not fucked up. I am fucked up.
Okay, let's see this drag. Is he gonna cough again? Probably. He can't handle his smoke. He does. Think you're right, Nola Boo.
And it's just like, I don't know. Where do we put that butter in?
All right, so he's got weed juice, he's got can of butter in the kitchen going, and he's smoking some herb. Let me see if there's anything else he's gonna talk about later on.
I don't know. The fuck it'll go off when it goes off. But that means today I gotta get my ass down to the store and get some fucking cheesecloth. What else do they sell cheesecloth? They usually just get it at fucking Target. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go down to the fucking store and get cheesecloth. I gotta do some fucking shopping. I gotta go grocery shopping. Anyway. I'm thinking, and if
Oh, cool, Charlie's mom. All right, so he's gonna do some grocery shopping. I think there's other things that he's about to be doing.
or what I got some of that fire. Oh. I got some of that there gas. Oh, maybe you should see a doctor about that. Gas. Oh, I got that gas. Well, take some Imodium. I don't know. Take some Pepto-Bismol. Or just, fuck it, fart it out. Fart it out. Oh my God. I feel so bad for my coworker at work. Because, I fart a lot.
Yikes.
And it's all I'm doing. It's all I do no, Willie. That's all I do all night is like.
I wouldn't want to be around that. Somebody farting at work all night. No.
All I fucking do. And I don't fucking care. I just fucking do it. I don't I do it right in front of her. I don't care. Do I care if she does it right in front of me? Me, no.
OMG. So he's working with a female and all he's doing is farting all night. That is not cute. I mean, every once in a while, farting if you're at work, we all need to fart, man. It's just like a common, thing to do with their bodies. But all night, repeatedly, every night, no, I couldn't. I couldn't work in that, especially if it's like super smelly. He needs to get that under control.
Up. We're all fucking human. We all fart. Girls don't fart. Yeah, girls fart. Believe me, girls fucking fart. Girls fucking fart more than fucking guys, and that's a fucking fact. Okay? Okay? I'm sure Ren and Kit have their own fucking fart games. Hey, Red. I'm sure they've I'm sure Kit has let one go right in fucking Ren's face while Ren was eating her pussy. I guarantee you that. Just let one of it, and Ren looks up as you got me there. Yeah. I was my tongue was out. Oh, hey kid, I get you got muscular dystrophy, and you can't really hold your rectum. But yeah, I gotta go wash my face now because you just shit all over you just sharded. I'm sure this has happened. Kit Kat sharded on Ren's face while Ren was eating Kit Kat's pussy.
What?
I guarantee you that is and fight.
This is a lot to take in. Why is everybody all about the brown play? Like talking about farting and sharting and shitting. It's like everyone's talking about that. Like, what have I gotten into?
Vice versa.
He's speaking tongues. He literally
I'm sure Ren has sharded on Kit Kat's face while Kit Kat was eating Ren's pussy.
Who the hell's Kit Kat?
I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure that's their thing. I can guarantee you that's their fucking thing. Shitting. Willie, I guarantee you that's the thing. Shitting. I'm sure they're into it.
Random fish, I am so lost right now, but if I'm gonna try and decipher what DLF is saying, he probably has been watching some prawn. Cause who the hell's Kit Kat and who the hell's Ren? We gotta look at this objectively. He is most likely watching some sort of prawn. Oh my god, remember the time he was live streaming and he had prawn playing and we even saw the reflections of the ladies? Do you guys remember that? Yeah, I think with the names Kit Kat and Ren, I'm probably right that he's been watching some prawn. Do people pay him?
I'm
They
sure
do.
they're giving each other. Well, they can't give each other chili dogs, but you know what I'm saying. Hey, you know what a chili dog is, right? Hey, Ren, do you know what a chili dog is, right? Hey, kitties, do you know what a chili dog is? Okay, so get this. A chili dog.
I thought so too, random at first. Ren and Stimpy.
A chili dog is when a dude
Trigger warning.
shits on a woman's chest between her tits, and then he gets on top of her and fucks her tits. And she goes like this, and he fucks
That's
She
disgusting.
fucks her chest plate or whatever the.
That's
I'm
disgusting.
like, Amy liked doing that, and I'm like, do you get pleasure? It's like, it's amazing. It's better than when you lick me.
What? What? Amy like doing that? Okay, so if you don't know who Amy is his ex that looks like Peter Pettigrew. I didn't say this. He actually said she looks like Peter Pettigrew. I looked her up. She does look like Peter Pettigrew. So Amy is his ex that gave him the venereal. She gave him a disease confirmed by Mama Scrunch's mom. So he's saying that he chili dogged with Amy, his ex. Are you kidding me? That's so you're sick, DLF. I didn't know that Amy was such a freak. How the hell did I miss this stream? Let's hear this again. Where did I find this bloke? This is my arch nemesis for the past 2.5 years. So you might be seeing him around in my channel here and there. He gets this rowdy. Trigger warning as always. Beware, people. He talks about anything and everything. This is why it's on Filtrum Uncensored, because I can't control what he's going to say.
I'm like, Amy liked doing that, and I'm like, do you get pleasure? It's like, it's amazing. It's better than when you lick me. How, like, what is that, like, is that like, does it feel good to chicks, like, getting their titties? I don't know. I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't think it would feel good if you're shitting on somebody's chest and then doing that. Sup, Sandra?
I never thought about it. She says getting her tits rubbed feels better than getting her pussy licked. That's what Amy said. She could probably have an orgasm from getting her titties sucked.
I had no idea Amy was a freak.
Okay.
Should I even show Amy again? No, that'll be wrong. She actually does look like Peter Pettigrew. I'm not even making that up. Just picture Peter Pettigrew from Harry Potter, and that's literally what Amy looks like.
I'm like, whatever. Chili dog. I'm sure they're doing dirty Sanchez's over there.
Happy birthday, Timber.
Like I said, I haven't seen a picture of Red or Kit since I got arrested. I'm wondering if Makuchi told Kit and Red not to put up any more pictures because Mike can jerk off to that. You know what it's funny? You know what's weird?
Oh, yeah. Kit Kat and Ren was that couple. That makes a lot of sense now. So he was jerking off to their pictures of them. Actually, DLF has jerked off to a lot of pictures of a lot of people. I mean, he did jerk off on the mermaids' cars. Remember on the bumper on their cars? Like he did jerk off on that lady at work's glasses, and then he saw her wearing them the next day with his cum stains on the glasses.
Weird. And I've heard this. And I don't want to be that guy for real. Like, everything that happened because I was just being an asshole. I don't want them to feel unsafe. I don't want them to, I know it sounds stupid, but really, I do care, and I don't want them to, to feel like they're. All I was doing, I'm being honest. I was just playing around, really, and mean to like scare them or anything. I was just being, vulgar. That's the way I saw it. It was just like I was just being, vulgar, and I didn't really mean like anything I said. It was just I was just trying to do it for like shock.
Oh yeah, because you harassing ladies online multiple occasions is just, you playing around. Well, DLF, maybe they don't think you're playing around. Remember, people, this is the same guy who paid another man to jack off on the mermaid's pictures. Yes, you heard me right. DLF actually paid another guy to take a picture of him giving a tribute to one of the mermaids, as in to show another guy's pee with jizz on the photo of one of the mermaids. Remember, we saw it in his what was it called again? You know when they give you that package at court? Your discovery. We saw it in his discovery. Holy crap, it's been that long. Should we do a throwback and look at Dragon Lord Frodo's discovery and all like the crazy stuff that he was doing on his Jimmy Boots days?
Really, but like I've heard this, and it just by Willie, no, just by
She calls him Irishman, Marie. Her words, not mine. She calls DLF he has a little Irishman.
some of the posts that they make, and some of the police reports that I've seen, that about my case, is that those two girls, from what I did something to those girls that like must have like made them snap. Not
Yeah, I wonder why. Is it coming on their car or texting them that you just went by their house, telling them that the type of stuff you want to do to them under your different suck accounts, or is it mailing them what they thought was your cum with other substances to their door, amongst many other things? I wonder if that would freak somebody out, DLF.
like they're like what crazy.
Would you like to get texts in the middle of the night from random numbers saying that somebody just passed by your house and telling them that you cummed on their vehicle?
But they're like traumatized. Like they are. I don't know. Like, and I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy that was responsible for traumatizing people like that. And I think that's what I did just by the shit I said. And it's like I just want them to know that I would not do that to anybody. Like I'm not the kind of guy that would do that. I'm just a shit talker, and that's it.
He's the kind of guy that did that.
And I want them to know that, like, if anything, I'm going to treat any encounter we may have, whether it be, we run into each other at the fucking mall, whatever. We're going to treat this like I treated it when I ran into you girls at the fucking Pride Parade in 2019. I'm not gonna say a word. Don't say a word to me. Don't say a word to me.
What the hell was DLF at Pride Parade in the first place? Oh yes, I remember. He said that he went to Pride because he gets a lot of cans there. That's the only reason he was there. He did run into the mermaids, while the mermaids at the time had a restraining order on him.
I didn't say a word to you. You don't say a word to me. In fact, Ren was a bigger instigator in that year than me. Because you know what she did? She gave me dirty looks. I didn't even give her a dirty look. She was giving me dirty looks. Don't give me dirty looks, bitch. You know? So she actually did something to me. Giving me down. It's my
Yes, fish. Foodie Weedy used to be a mod. Yep.
But
Yeah, a lot of his legal problems did stem around COVID. And that's when he I think he was in the Bing in August 2020. I gotta look it up. It's on the profile cover of my Who is Dragon Lord Frodo for very first video live stream that I did on him. I remember that. Who are the mermaids? The mermaids are these two autistic women that Dragon Lord Frodo came across, and he's created a casual conversation with them at first, saying that he was also autistic and had, issues, like mental processing issues. So they're like, "Oh yeah, us too." So they struck up a conversation. It started to get weird. Then they were blocking him, but it would make different sock accounts. Then he started targeting them under a persona called Jimmy Boots, where he would send them things. He would threaten them. He send them pictures of like thick dicks coming on pictures of their faces. He would walk by their houses and tell them that he's been there. He would come on their cars. He would send them snail mail. It was this whole mess and scenario that culminated in him being arrested and going to jail.
I have reason to believe that because of everything that happened, that these two girls are now in a witness protection. I'm like, what the fuck? All this because I said, hey, want to come over and fuck in the bathtub? They're in the witness protection program. I'm like, who the fuck do they think they are? Fucking Henry Hill? Like, who the fuck do you think these girls are?
Holy crap. I tried to find the most flattering picture of Amy. So this is DLF's ex. Should I even put this picture up? I feel like no. I don't think I should. I probably no. I'm not gonna put the picture up because it's, I don't know. It's kind of, I feel kind of bad. No, I shouldn't put the picture up of Amy. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I tried to find the most flattering picture of Amy. She looks like Peter Pettigrew, like I said. Yeah, he's a complete menace. I have been trying to look for flattering pictures of Amy, and this is the best one I found. Okay, fine. You called it. You called it, Fish. Here's a picture of Amy. Oh boy. This is the best picture of Amy I could find. Yeah, I mean, no comment. But when he said she looked like Peter Pettigrew, he was not bullshitting. He wasn't bullshitting. He's like, she looks like Peter Pettigrew. Yeah, this is the best one I could find. It is. I know you're capping Beatus BD. She looks like Crystal? They kind of do look alike, don't they? All right, let's get back to the schedule program. So this is the lady who took DLF's virginity. But we're gonna get back, okay?
Fucking I don't know, O.J. Simpson? No, I don't know. Rest in peace, O.J. You know, at least his wife's killer's dead now. Ooh, did I say that out loud? OJ. Fuck OJ. No, we're not gonna. I don't call him OJ anymore. We're not calling him fucking OJ. No, we're gonna. No, we're gonna. No.
You're welcome,
OJ.
Debs.
We're just gonna start calling him Orenthal James the Killer Simpson. You know. You know what I heard? I heard they're making a new Naked Gun movie, and it's gonna have Liam Neeson in it, and I'm like, oh god, this should be great, yeah. And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, Liam Neeson. I mean, he's done comedies before.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson isn't he known for more like action now? Ever since Taken, he's like a bona fide action star. That movie really reinvigorated his career.
Schindler's List. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure he'd be a great,
Right,
stand-in
Fish?
for Leslie Nielsen. And then I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen. Is that like a joke in itself? Like, it's just like, oh, let's just take an actor with a similar sounding name. You know what I'm saying? Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen. You know what I'm saying? I bet you that was part of a joke. And I just like this. You know what? I'll watch it. I'll watch it once. I'll see how bad it is. I got an open mind. I'm gonna watch fucking RoboCop 2014 later. I heard that.
I'm glad you caught that, Debs. He really doesn't. He will just talk about anything random, forget that he said something maybe even 5, 10, 15 minutes before and talk about it again.
That was horrendous, but you know what? We don't care. Okay? I'll watch Ghostbusters 2016. I watched that. I think I saw it twice. I'm like, it's good. It's all right if you just want to like fucking numb your brain and just it's fine. Sometimes I watch movies not to like enjoy them, but just see how bad they are.
He is stoned and he is drunk. He's got his juice, he's got his smoke, and he's making can of butter right now.
You know, so like so that's what happens a lot of times. Like I saw somebody in the comments like saying shit like, only the original RoboCop movies good. Why are you gonna watch this one? That's not the point, asshole. The point is that just having fun. We're just fucking watching it. Just that's the point. We're gonna get high and we're gonna watch bad movies. Okay? That's the fucking point. Okay?
Yes, those are sliding doors to go out to a balcony. Because once again, he might insult his area, but his area is one of the best in Buffalo.
You know, we can't all just watch the original RoboCop all fucking day. Okay? Maybe I want to watch something a little different. So I want to watch RoboCop 2014. Okay? Yes, I am aware that the movie is not going to be as good as the original RoboCop movie.
Yeah. You know what? Patio, like balconies like that are actually getting even more scarce with new developments. Lots of condos these days. Like that used to be a standard. If you had an apartment or a condo, you would get like a walkout balcony. These days, for the last few years, hell no. That's extra. It could be sometimes up to like 40, 50, $60,000 extra if you're trying to pay for a condo. That's how crazy it's gotten. And he has this. I believe he has a 2-bedroom apartment that is free with a walkout balcony in a really good area. If I show you the houses in his area, you'd be amazed. And it's pretty safe, but yet he's complaining.
With what's his face? Peter Weller, right? And the guy from that 70s show. I am aware of this. I just want to watch a bad fucking movie. Oh, and you know what? Sometime in the near future, I will give a fucking spoiler on those polls I do about the movies.
But I think I'm gonna we're gonna do something. We're definitely gonna have to do something about the Jimmy Boots. We're gonna have to revisit the Jimmy Boots era of Dragon Lord Frodo. Maybe we'll even have him up on panel when we revisit Jimmy Boots to kind of have an idea of why was he doing this? Why was he doing the whole Jimmy Boots thing?
What movie should we watch next week? I
did, Marie. I did. It was really nice.
I will be putting on there, and you can cue the laugh track, but I will be putting on there in the near future an option to watch the Black Little Mermaid movie.
Really? You gotta call it that because it's the Black Little Mermaid movie. It's not just the mermaid movie where you have a mixed actress playing a fictional character. It doesn't matter if the person is black or white, red, yellow, green, purple, or blue. He really has to say Black Mermaid movie.
Why do you think we were watching the Barbie movie one week? It was because I was just curious. I will watch anything. I'm not saying I'm going to enjoy watching it, but I will watch anything. Okay? That's the fucking point of, the RoboCop 2014 pick for this week. And, I admit I have never watched RoboCop 2014. And when it came out, I was very critical of it. I was the same way. I'm like, I'm not watching this. And PG-13. This looks like a piece of shit. But just what's the harm? What's the harm of watching it? Nothing. Why?
Yeah, he's been on a roll recently. If you've checked his community tab, he's been talking a lot about the movies and games that he wants to play. Because before he had a job, he would sit home all day, either doing live streams, and or playing games. But these days he's kind of gotten a little bit busy at work because it makes him extra money that he can blow and spend on things that don't necessarily matter, like weed.
You can watch we can watch that movie. It's not gonna kill you. Or maybe it would. I don't know.
All right, let's hear what else he has to say. So he talked about the uncle, he talked about the Canada ban, Friday Night Work, he talked about the lesbians is what he calls them. I don't even know if they are or not. To be honest, I never even asked because I did ask one something a while back, but it's not even my business. Who cares what orientation they are? They're a group of ladies that got terrorized by a guy that is really good at finding information on you, and he knows exactly what to say and what to do, and how to word certain things to try and get you super comfortable. Please, people, don't make any mistake. Dragon Lord Frodo is really good at letting your guard down. So please remember that.
Work. We're gonna start a metal band, not fucking Jethro Tull doing a minstrel show. Okay. So he has to. He can't. I don't know. That's how Bodega Uncle would have handled fucking Africa.
What about Africa?
And then he would just they would just introduce the tribe to like fucking box wine and call it a night.
Jethro Tull is a rock band. It is a British progressive rock band formed in Blackpool, Lancashire in 1967. Remember that DLF used to be a rock artist, heavy metal, black metal, etc., etc., etc. He's actually thought about being a rapper again. I say again because if you remember Food Smuggler, speaking as Food Smuggler, I should actually play that as my outro. OMG, where the hell am I gonna get Food Smuggler? I think it's on my other hard drive from my other setup. Man, you guys remember that song, Food Smuggler Lunch? And I caught the boxed wine comment because of course, we're Foodie Beauty files over here. And Foodie Beauty has talked disparagingly about boxed wine and DD. Just no, but no.
These are not places I want to fucking go.
The Food Smuggler rap is actually better than his heavy metal stuff. His heavy metal stuff is literally you're hearing and like static. But the Food Smuggler is his best rendition of what you would call music.
If my mom says, "Hey Mike, you want to go to Ghana with us?" and I'm like, no thanks. I don't feel like getting deloused when I get back. Okay. Deloused in the comatorium.
Yeah, you're right, Fish. If you ever really listen to the words of his heavy metal music, it's really disturbing and really messed up. Just a warning to people if you want to listen to that sort of stuff.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if my Uncle Scott did go move to Ghana, and he's like, hey, I got a idea. How about you all come down to Ghana and have Thanksgiving dinner in Ghana with me? Would I do it? If my Uncle Scott moved to Ghana and said to my parents, hey, instead of me coming out to the States for Thanksgiving dinner, how about for a change you come out to, Ghana, and we could have it here? And how would I feel about that? Well, I don't know. I don't know.
He's really gonna hit in Ghana. Just an FYI, people. This man used to have a friend that was black. Unfortunately, his friend passed away due to it was cancer. A very sad outing for that man. I feel very very sad about his situation because his friend was in so much pain that at one point they had to cut one of his arms off, which is so sad. I hate that a lot of people and families have to go through the big C, the cancer situation. I think we should just eradicate cancer. I want that to just disease to just go away. It needs to be gone. But remember, he used to have to sneak his friend in and out of his house when he was in Lovejoy because he said Lovejoy was extremely racist. And like I said, that was actually factual based on a lot of news reports, and people that do live in and around the Buffalo area would also report that Lovejoy is extremely racist. But yeah, DLF's friend, may he rest in peace.
I mean, on one hand, it might be cool, to get out of the house and do something different. I don't think going to Africa is a place I really want to go. Just my opinion.
I was about to say maybe he could find a nice Ghanaian woman that would love and appreciate a big, well-fed man like Dragon Lord Frodo, and would do whatever she needs to take care of her man DLF. You know what? I was gonna make a joke, but I don't think it would be appropriate. DLF would change his name from Dragon Lord Frodo to Ghanaian Lord Frodo. But I think I'm gonna scrap that. Okay, scrap that joke. Never mind. I still could picture it though. Dragon Lord Frodo in Ghana. Who would watch that? I would watch it.
So,
He's a total catch.
oh, it's Willie.
Complete catch.
So I had this discussion with my boss the other day. We were talking about some other things. Like I got frustrated at work, and she wanted to talk to me about it. I wasn't in any kind of trouble, but because what happened was we have to. Part of my job is that I have to wash these mop heads. And I just got so frustrated because they tell us to put the mop heads in this one washer, and so I do that, and I run the fucking washer. And the washer takes about an hour and a half to go through. And the other night, I got so frustrated because I go run the washer, I go walk away, and I go do some other tasks around the building. And I'll do that, and I'll probably come back after lunch, after my 3 o'clock lunch.
Wait a second. Before he finishes that thought, can he have someone with him in his apartment? I think that would be an issue with his county worker because his apartment is designated for himself. I'm not really sure how that actually worked. Before I say anything definitive, based on my experience, um, if you have a worker and your place is being paid for, they would really like to know who is in your apartment. You could maybe say that maybe you have a partner that comes over every once in a while, but I think it might be an issue if you say that they're starting to live there, because living there is totally different than maybe spending a night or two a week. Because living there might throw you into, I don't know, a different tax bracket, gives issues with your check or your pay, because then you have another person that is able to maybe work and whatnot. So it might complicate things. But I think it would be okay. Maybe a night or two. If he had a girl, they could go over there. Like I said, it's a 2-bedroom apartment. It's really nice, really good area, newly renovated. Does he just leave his tricycle out all winter? He does. The last 2 seasons, that's what he has said. He leaves his super swank tricycle chained up in the back, and then he waits until it thaws out come March, April. Then he starts riding it again. But then he's got to like oil it up. It's got to get fixed up at the bicycle shop. But we've seen him on his trike. It looks nice.
3 a.m. lunch. And after that, I'll go around and start putting the mop heads back together. Okay? After 3 a.m. So I'm about to go clock out for lunch. And I go by where the fucking where I was doing the washer. And the fucking washer fucking flooded.
Yikes.
And
that's a problem.
all this fucking water, all over the fucking floor. And there was like 2 inches of water on the fucking floor. And I was pissed. And I got.
He probably put in too much mop heads, because there's a certain amount you can put in. You can't try and take the easy way out of, putting in too much mop heads, because then you're going to flood the machine. You need to do 2 loads and not just the one, because then stuff like that happens. You got to be careful. You could cause a lot of damage with all that water.
We had this work shack thing, and I just got on there. I was like, fuck this. Basically, that's what I said. I didn't actually say it like that, but it's basically, fuck this. And they talked to me about it. Because there's a lot of weird shit that happens in that place that, like, it's just egregious and stupid, and it's just like oh my God. The newest stupid thing I've seen at work, the latest and greatest stupid thing I have seen at work is people throwing paper towels
In the
in
toilet?
the toilet.
I knew he was gonna say that. Where does he work? He's stuck somewhere, random fish. He's a stalker somewhere and he works overnight.
Who the fuck does that? Everybody knows you do not flush fucking paper towels down a fucking toilet. That is rule number 1. Do not flush. And there people are getting on the word chat. Do not put the fucking paper towels on the fucking toilet. And somebody keeps putting paper towels in the fucking toilet. Whoever is putting fucking paper towels in the fucking toilet is saying these fucking messages. How do I know? Because it must be somebody that works there. That's why. You know? And all your coworkers are basically saying, stop putting fucking paper towels in the fucking toilets. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? We're all grown adults. Who the fuck does that? And it's just egregious shit like this, and I'm just like, oh. Part of our job is
Yeah, he has to
we
clean
have
it.
these.
He's only complaining because he has to clean it. Because then if he's washing the mop heads, that means he's probably doing some mopping as well. And he probably has to clean it when, the toilet gets clogged.
They call them the runs. And they're basically just rows of they're just kennels. They're dogs in there in these fucking little kennel things. And we have to spray down the floors every night with this orange cleaner. It's called what is it called? I don't know why they call it this. It's called 256. That's the name of it. And it's like an orange chemical. It's probably like fucking... It probably is. We're probably spraying Agent Orange all over the place. I don't know.
He's talking about Virex 256 cleaner. It's actually hospital grade cleaner and disinfectant. Virex 256 is what they're called.
Whatever
it
the
is called.
Fuck it is. That's what it is. Is it Agent Orange? I don't know. That's probably what it is. Oh my god. Agent Orange. Agent Orange. The fire that doesn't burn. We're fucking crazy John and Kenmore.
Sup, Cypher? How's it going?
John and Kenmore had that Agent Orange shit from being in the Nam. You see these fucking.
Oh, speaking of which, if you don't know what Agent Orange is, it's an actual herbicide mixture that was used by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War. So it's a mixture that contained a dangerous chemical contaminant called dioxin. So ever since the 1970s, Agent Orange hasn't been used or shouldn't have been used. But in Vietnam, they're still having the after effects of dioxin contamination that they still got to deal with to this day because it was just that bad. That's why Agent Oranges.
You know, you see these fucking whack and, you know, I get it, man. I get it. It would
Exactly,
be
Ziggy.
just so fucking naive just to say, you know.
You were wondering why was the U.S. using Agent Orange? Well, they were using it to clear foliage during the Vietnam War. So basically, you're having fighting in areas where there's a lot of trees, shrubs, grass. So they would fly helicopters around this area and use Agent Orange to as a herbicide, pretty much to set up shop. But the after effects of that stuff is really, really, really bad.
I hate it when people are all like, "Oh yeah,
Take
these
care,
soldiers,
Crazy Horse.
these
Have a good one.
guys, they're here to protect your freedom." I'm like, listen, okay. I know you like to believe that, okay.
Everybody wants to be Mr. Black, Debs. Everybody would want to be Mr. Black.
I know you like to believe that, okay. But like, let's face it, I'm not gonna sit there and be like after troops. Like I support our soldiers because they do good work. Okay,
Exactly, Ziggy.
you know, you know, but let's face it, these fucking wars, the reasonings, I don't agree with them. It's just that simple. It's just. Let's be fucking conspiratorial now, you know? This is the endless wars. It's because it's all over fucking oil and money and stupid bullshit. And they're fighting for your freedom. No, they're fighting for fucking oil, you know?
True,
And
Ziggy. Facts.
it's just that, these young people, they're like, well, maybe I'll join the army, and it's like, get my college paid for, and they come back and they're like fucked up, and they got like PTSD and shit, and it's like, well, at least my college is paid for, and then they go to college and they have to learn this stupid woke bullshit. That they're hated on the way back because of the whatever politics behind the war that they just fought. Oh, I don't know. Whatever politics behind the war they just fought is, they don't agree with. And it's like at the end of the day, it's just like, it's just worth it. And I talked to some veterans. Yeah.
All right. So Edna actually is asking, can Agent Orange affect your children as well? I'll say yes and no. There is no current definitive evidence that a father's exposure to Agent Orange causes birth defects. But if you look at the analytical data of Agent Orange from the VA, like if you look at the analysis of Agent Orange registry data from the US Department of Veteran Affairs, it does actually suggest that there is a link between a male's exposure to Agent Orange and having children with certain birth defects. So they are finding that there is a link there based on the data, but there is no definitive or concrete evidence that a father's exposure to Agent Orange causes birth defects. But ask people who've been in NAM. A lot of people be like, hell yeah, there is a link because they've been exposed to Agent Orange, then their kids are coming out messed up. Like that stuff should have never been used. And this is why we need to, make sure that whatever is being used is safe for people. Can you imagine you send people off to war, which is a war that a lot of people back in the 70s did not want? Then not only do you come out messed up, but then your kids messed up as well.
Whatever. Guys.
Thank you, Debs.
One guy used to drive me around for to work and shit. He was a veteran. I'll admit, I went in and joined the military just because I wanted to kill people. Like, hey, you know what? At least you're honest. At least you're honest. I'm like, hey, how? He's like, I killed 10 people. Like, is that good? I don't know. It's just like I just wanted to get my thrill on. I was shot at. I was like, oh, really? You got the Purple Heart then.
Am I doing the rest of the food stuff tonight? You mean like Foodie Beauty? I'll probably do tonight, Cypher. I'm going to schedule a time. Because I still got to get it done.
Like, I don't agree with any of this, but you know what? I just signed it because I wanted to. I'm like, you know what? That's metal. That's metal.
Backspeedus.
That's Metallica right there. Wait, am I running out?
Does he talk to himself? He talks back to his chat that he has on his TV screen. So his computer is hooked up to his TV that's mounted on the wall, and he's replying in real time during his stream to anybody who's in chatting.
A hard drive space. We gotta wrap this shit up. Hold on. Let me check something. All right. My fucking shit is yelling at me.
No worries, Debs.
My computer is yelling at me. My fucking hard drive space is almost up. Yeah, I gotta stop downloading those cheese pizzas. Anyway, this is Dragon Lord Frodo, and I approve this message. Thanks in advance for watching this.
All right, and that is it. All right, people, we're gonna get into some more interesting things with Dragon Lord Frodo, Daniel Larson, and maybe some Sarax if I do have the time, but it's a lot of content, and I will try my best. Delete shit. You know what's probably on his hard drive, Luke? This is Dragon Lord Frodo, right? His closing is a classic. I like it. It's pretty cool. But then again, it's Dragon Lord Frodo. People, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you over on the flip side, maybe on Filtrum, maybe someplace else. But yes, thank you so much. Really do appreciate every single one of you. And I am out of here. Have a great Sunday. If I see you later, I see you later. If not, I'll see you another time. Bye-bye.